Hi, my name is JohnMcSweeney, and as you just heard, the title of my thesis is Men's Experience as Victims of Intimate Partner Violence. Now, first I'll explain what intimate partner violence is. It's often used in conjunction with domestic violence. And the term intimate partner will include current and former spouses and also dating partners. It's on a continuum from a single instance of battering or verbal abuse to ongoing battering, which can lead in death, as we know. It's psychological, it's physical, it's also sexual. I will do this through a qualitative method called interpretive phenomenological analysis, which allows us to examine a person's experience in a given context. And the experience comes from what the men say, not what we're going to label it. And how I got interested in this is that last year I conducted research here in the university, and I found that there was no difference in the amount of violence and abuse that males and females said that they perpetrated. But what I did find was that there was a significant difference in the amount of violence and abuse that people experienced, with men experiencing more violence than women. Now, some of you might find this hard to believe, so I'll direct your attention to the picture behind me and the question that it poses. What do these people have in common? They have all been victims of domestic violence. Tina Turner is probably the most high-profile one. And some of you might be wrestling with the idea, how could John Wayne and Humphrey Bogart be victims? And I would ask you, why is it so hard to conceptualize men as victims? Well, what I have found is that it is our theoretical perspective, and a perspective that has been developed through a language that explains women's experience of domestic violence. Research is showing that there is more than one truth, and that we should be careful on how we label men's experience of domestic violence. What my research will show is that there is a qualitative difference in how men experience intimate partner violence. We all know that domestic violence is a huge problem. In the United States, in 2007, there were 4.8 million reported instances of domestic violence against women. In that same time, there were 3 million against men. In the UK, there are 470 shelter organisations that help women and children transition out of abusive and violent relationships. For men, there are 5. In Ireland, there's 1. That organisation is called Amen, and what they can offer is a meeting room. Why don't we take men as victims seriously? Well, Viktor Frankl, in his book, Man's Search for Meaning, wrote, "A man can put up with anything, just don't ask him how." My research is asking him how.